What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is one of those days where it's another day, another issue with the daily Miata. I was driving it with my homie that I didn't make a video with, but I actually wanted to, but I kind of just decided to hang out. My homie came up from Virginia for a few days, and I've known him for like 10 years, and I just wanted to hang out with him, even though I did want to make a video since he is into cars and stuff and brought his Audi. But unfortunately, I didn't. But since then, we went to take pictures of the daily since the red car is down, as you guys know. Went to take pictures of the daily and his Miata together, and I noticed that there was leaving some spots underneath the red or the black car. I didn't know if it was from it or not. I didn't know if it was like a previous car parked there, and I just parked on top of it and didn't notice. But as of yesterday, I went to my other homie's house, put a piece of cardboard underneath it as soon as I parked, and noticed that it is leaking for sure. So I got a couple of different things that I'm kind of sus of. So this might be kind of hard to show you guys. Where is it at? Right. Well, the new spot is right there, as you guys can see. And if you look directly up, you see that wet on the bottom of the PPF. Keep going. The whole back of the trans where the drive shaft goes in is completely soaked. And then it's kind of hard for you guys to see, but the turret up there is completely fucking soaked. The rest of the trans really doesn't look too bad, so it leads me to believe that it's all coming from back here somehow, whether it's that where the drive shaft goes into or the turret itself is leaking, which is really weird, but I'm hoping that it's something semi-easy to fix. I really don't want to pull this trans. I guess if I have to, I have to. I know how to do it, unfortunately, but fortunately, I guess. I just did basically all of that shit on the red car. And if I have to pull this trans, there's no reason to not do all that same shit that I just did, which is new clutch, new seals, literally everything that I just did on the red car. And it's kind of not really what I wanted to do. I really just wanted to drive it until I had to put a clutch in it and shit. But I guess it is what it is. Got to fix the leak. I already the center console out. I'm about to pull the shift boot and stuff to get a look at the turret, and we'll see what's going on there. But yeah, let's just keep going. I'll throw the clip in here because my dumbass forgot to record it on this way, but it's from Snapchat. This bolt was missing, and it was literally just flopping around. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to take the rest of the bolts off. It's stuck right there, but I think I can get this one off and then just kind of like pull it out of the way and get it out. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm not gonna take the shifter out or anything because I don't have new bushings or anything like that for it. So I'm gonna leave it in the turret, and I'm gonna just pull this and see what's going on down there. And yeah. So let's go ahead. This definitely looks like it was it because it was missing this. It was literally moving all over. It's absolutely caked. I'm gonna guess that this was probably the culprit. It makes the most sense. It smells like gear oil. You put gear oil in shifters and shit. Well, we got the shifter off, and first thing we notice is that this gasket is completely blown right here. What I need to do is find a new gasket for that, and change the whole fluid and the whole thing, the whole trans and everything. So I'll probably do that and then fill this up. Yeah. Okay, well, I cleaned up all the areas down there. Got all that stuff off, as you guys saw. Next step is to really just take off the butterfly bracing that the NV2s and Mazda Speed Miatas have. If you have an NA, it doesn't really apply to you. You don't have the factory bracing underneath the butterfly bracing. I don't know if it even has like any of the bracing that the NBs have, but I got to pop that off. It's like 6 bolts, not too hard. And then we're gonna go ahead and drain the trans fluid so we can go ahead and replace it, because I don't know how much is left in there after it's leaked out, and I'm sure it's due for one anyway. It's got however many miles it's at, whatever, and I who knows if it's ever fucking been replaced. So I don't have any problems in the future, or hopefully any more like this. I can't really find a gasket for that thing online, but the rest of the transmission seems to use RTV or some sort of sealant. And I used RTV for the diff, and it's the same kind of oil viscosity and everything. The 75, 90, I think is what it is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use RTV for the turret. I don't think I'm gonna have an issue with that. Shouldn't. So I'm gonna go ahead, pop this butterfly bracing off, and then get the oil drained out, and then we'll go pick up more oil because I don't think I have any here, and I can't really drive either one of my cars since this one's wrecked and this one doesn't have a shifter in it now. So that's great. But hopefully that this will be my fix. This would be really, really nice if it is, just because I kind of need a car to drive around and I don't want to pull the trans. Let's fingers crossed. Let's hope that this is it. So let's get that brace. All right, so it's been a second since you guys have seen me last, or since I've seen you last. It's literally only been a second for you guys, but I haven't done too much. I got the butterfly brace off. I drained the oil. It's over in the pan. I would show you, but there's like kind of no point because there was already shit in the pan, and like it'd be hard to tell what it is, like what's in it versus like if it had flakes or had any weird color or anything. There was already shit in it, which isn't exactly what you want, but it's kind of all I had to work with. But we went to AutoZone, picked up a new bolt for the one that was missing, and I picked up some gear oil, some 75/90 of course, which is what they recommend in 5 and 6 speeds for at least these years Miatas. I'm sure it's all the same throughout all the years, but not exactly sure. So yeah, really all we have now to do is refill this trans right now, and then I'm gonna RTV that, or where the turret went, where the shifter goes. It should hold just fine. I don't see any reason why a paper gasket's gonna do different than RTV. So it shouldn't take us long. Okay, so I started to clean my shifter and realized a few things. One, I realized that boot is completely torn down there. And what that means is liquid can also get out of that. And it's kind of hard to show you with one hand. Oh, well, that is also broken. Sick. But it's super gunky in there. Like, super gunky in there. You can see it on that. And I had like a really weird feeling, like just going into like, not like all the time. It always went into gear fine. But like sometimes it'd feel a little like, I don't know, like squishy almost. I don't really know how to explain it. But that's probably something to do with it as well, all that extra gunk and shit in there. So I decided to take this apart, and I'm just gonna go ahead and fully re-clean this thing, because I gotta get a shifter rebuild anyway, which means I gotta get all this shit out, and I can clean this, might as well. I actually already went ahead and RTV'd and put the turret back on, as well as filled the trans back up, because I need help from my dad, or just, it's really easy to do, well, way easier to do with 2 people than it is with 1 person, especially having to hold the tube in there and stuff. Sorry about that. But as you can see, the turret and everything's back in, which is good. The shifter housing thing, or whatever it's called, is in. We're just waiting for a rebuild at this point. It might be in this video, it might not be. I'm not sure, to be honest. Depends on when it comes in, but I am ordering it today. I didn't know I needed it until today. All right, so it's been a few days since the last clip that you saw me. I decided just to keep it on one video, I'm pretty sure. But we picked up a few things that'll be going in the daily that I'm super excited about. Of course, we got the good old rebuild kit that came with, well, I'll show you all in a second, actually. I also ordered black floor mats finally, which I've been needing for a while since these things have the tan floor mats. Just some generic ass floor mats that I'm probably gonna have to cut to fit, or hopefully they kind of fit. I don't know, whatever. I'm not too worried about it until I eventually get better floor mats or whatever I end up doing in here. I also ordered this shift knob. Again, just a random ass generic shift knob with some adapters and shit that it came with. That I ordered just because I really couldn't decide if I wanted to just stick with a stock shift knob in this car, because I really like the feel of it, but like I kind of wanted to change it up. So I decided just to order this one. It was cheap enough to where I was like, okay, why not? We'll just try it out, see how it does. If I don't like it, I'm not too hurt about not using it, you know what I'm saying? Instead of buying like some likewise, like $100 shift knob or some shit, or some grip oil shift knob like in the red car. So yeah, let's go ahead and show you the rebuild kit. Okay, well, that's pretty much it. That's all to it. These rings, 2 of these go in the turret at the bottom, and 2 of them sit on the shifter themselves. I'm pretty sure this one goes in the bottom, and the wavy, well, okay, whatever, I'll figure that out. I forget. I've done this before on that car. I'll figure out the thing. Then this goes on the shifter. Then of course this goes on the shifter. People use like a little bit of lube or something in there sometimes, whatever. And then this boot. Both this boot and yeah, this boot were completely shredded on my other car. And that's why I had to get one, because it was leaking fluid out of here, because this also holds fluid. You can see there's kind of a gasket down there. It holds trans fluid in your shifter right there, and it was leaking, so I was losing trans fluid out of it, so I had to switch that. And of course you order from 5X. I mean, I always just like ordering from them when I order like the rebuilds or just like gaskets and stuff, because I know every single time that they're gonna come 100% OEM. Like this is all genuine mods that you can see on that. This is like for the upgrade kit, of course. This is the upgraded brass bushing. So, yeah. Okay, so this is kind of the pain in the ass part. We got to put all that shit onto here. That means I got to remember the order that they go in. And 2 of those things go into the turret down there. Then you got to hit the pin back in. So I'm going to get it on, and then I'm going to show you, because it literally takes a fat minute, because it's actually a pain in the ass to stretch this shit over. So yeah, and try it out, and then I'll show you guys. Okay, so I went ahead and threw it in, but I forgot to show you guys, but the white ring and the thin metal piece with the 3 tabs goes on the shifter, and then the dark ring with the other metal ring with the no tabs goes in the turret, and then the brass metal, just the cup, just sits on the bottom of the bowl in there. But yeah, so that's pretty much in. It's a lot steadier actually. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's throw it all back together, I guess. Oh yeah, can't forget this big boot. Gotta throw it on top. Just like that, that's in. So now we just gotta throw the middle console back in and then put the shift knob on. We're gonna. In a couple days, so you might know, or we waited and the black floor mats actually came in, which is dope. We're really not too far off. I need to get new pedal covers, bad. I just realized that. But we're not too far off from a full black interior swap. We're getting pretty close. Last 2 things we have to do is flock the middle console, flock the underneath part of the dash, so the whole dash will have to come out. So that'll happen when the red car's back, so I can have this car down for a few days and not have to worry about it, because I can daily the red car once it's moving again. It's not a big deal to me. Of course, the console is super easy. I can just do that whenever in a day. But that's super nice. It looks so good with the black floor mats in there, and that the carpet's new, so it almost matches like perfectly, and it's not faded or nothing. But here is the shifter with the new knob on it. It's pretty gas. Like, it feels, I drove it around a couple times. It feels super good. It goes into gear so easy. Like, of course, there's still like a little play, but like, it's not bad. So nice. Alright, so it's been a minute. I forgot to record an outro, but the car is all back together, as you guys saw. It feels great. The shifting feels amazing. It goes into gear and out of gear perfectly. The shift knob, I'm actually really surprised. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm probably going to keep it. It's actually really nice. Shifts into gear really easily, and everything like that. So yeah, I'm gonna probably just jack it back up tomorrow, since I did do that stuff to the trans and the shifter. Just make sure that nothing else is leaking and anything like that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.